Good morning, one and all. Boxing Day madness. Right, it's early on Boxing Day. I'm in the gym. I took yesterday off. Getting after it. I took yesterday off. I needed a good rest. I did 10 hours in the gym on Christmas Eve. I did 5 hours in the morning and 5 hours at night. And as I told everyone, I finished training and then I went back to obviously my villa, my room, and then I was working till like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, doing loads of stuff with business. And I went to the bathroom, I looked in the mirror, my eyes were bloodshot, like I'd come off the movie Blade, because clearly I'm Blade. But they were just so red, and I was like, yeah, I look drained. I need to stop. I need to really screw the nut. So I seriously screwed the nut, did it up with a massive spanner, and went and got some serious sleep. And yesterday, took it easy. Spoke to loads of awesome people yesterday, UK, Australia, New Zealand, all over the UK, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, just Canada, just Australia, I've said Australia, all over, and good old Brazil, down in South America. Yeah, contacting people all over, know a lot of people. So yeah, did that, caught up with loads of really good people, which was great. And thank you very much to everyone who sent me best wishes yesterday. Get my words out. Sent best wishes to me yesterday. That was very good of you. Thank you very much, one and all. Last night I just chilled out. Again, just food. Just kept on getting it in, kept on resting. And I was going to do a post yesterday, but I didn't want to be like a pervert and just, you were like, oh God, what are you doing that for? But it was like mid-afternoon after we'd had our outstanding armed and dangerous Christmas lunch here. And I'd gone back to my room. I was doing a whole load of pest admin, stripped down all weapon systems, cleaning all my weapon systems, cleaning all my bullets, cleaning all my knives, cleaning all this stuff. Well, everyone's like, yeah, you're a pest. But I did. Then I was doing my dry drills. And obviously I had my top off, and because I've got body temperature like a werewolf. And I was just literally turned around, and I just happened just to like pass the mirror. And I looked, and I was like, and I looked, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And all of the carbs I must have had at lunch had kicked in, and I was like vascular. I was like, boom, 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 boom. They were just like popping out everywhere. And I was like, wow. I'm not preparing for a competition or any shit. This is mental. So, yeah. And I was like, wow, I should actually maybe like record this. And I thought, no, don't do that. It's just being a pest. And everyone just thinks you're on one about your abs. And I'm like, no, I'm not on one about my abs at all. But it was just the conditioning that was there. I was like, shit, man, that's mental. And then I thought, wow, this is going to be really interesting when on the 27th that me and Odie start doing this fasting. And then I was doing tons of research yesterday on cold water treatment and fasting, because there's two things that I want to start doing, which is going to be, one's going to be totally fun. Well, they're both going to be emotional in different ways, aren't they? Let's face it. And so I was thinking, if I'm sat at, if me and the lug and nut, I'm sat, I weighed myself, not yesterday morning, the morning before when me and Odie were in here, and I sat 103 kilos. And I've dropped weight, clearly. I've dropped a couple of kilos over the last few weeks. So I was sat at 105.3. I'm going to weigh myself in a moment, actually. It'll be interesting. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to strip down to nothing. I will take everything off, and at whatever time in the morning, I will take a cheeky, butt cheeks, naked reading and see what I weigh. Talking to Odie, what we're going to do is we're probably going to have a high protein breakfast, which is just going to be eggs, and that's it. No fats, just egg white. Because usually with all my eggs, I just throw it all in there. I'm just like, yeah, bang, get it in there, because I want it all in there. But he said, no, just do that. I was like, okay, cool. And then throughout the day, all we can have is black coffee, water, or lemon water, or green tea. I was like, sound, I'll do it. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. So we're going to make it happen. It's going to be interesting. Had some awesome information sent in to me from different people yesterday, so thank you very much for sending the information. It was really good to hear different points of views. And a really interesting one is one of the guys sent in some information, and he told me about what he did. He talked about some supplements that he said, and I've actually got those supplements as well, which help for fat burning. And I was like, I've got those supplements, mate. And he was like, well, put it like this. He goes, in a month, I lost 10 kilos of fat. And I was like, Jesus, that's a lot. Because I want to get sub 100. I want to be sub 100, fit, strong, on it, full of energy, and just like a menace. So, if I can get sub 100, I'm not aiming to lose 10 kilos of weight, because I don't want to lose muscle mass. But if I can lose body fat and see what I can do in a month by going on, off, and do that from 27th of December through to like 27th of Jan, or maybe just take it right up to the end of Jan. I don't know. We shall see. It's going to be a really interesting experiment. I do like trying new things. The other year I watched that documentary Game Changers, which was really interesting. Loads of people have said loads of crap about it, and I was like, get off your high horse and just take it in for what it is. It's interesting, and it's a good point of view. And I actually did change my diet at the time. I thought, I know, what I'm going to do is I will get rid of chicken, get rid of steak, stick to fish, stick to eggs, and just have loads of veg. And I tell you what, it was really good for me. It was really good for me. It was. Yes, I wasn't full veggie, because I still wanted to have a protein source coming in, even though you do get protein from veg. Yes, I do know that. Before I start having loads of, vegans and vegetarians gobbling off at me saying all sorts. But I didn't want to do that. I wasn't going down that train. I wasn't on that train, so don't worry. I wasn't choo-choo, I'm off doing that. I was on what I wanted to do. So I took the bits I thought was cool, and I played with it. And all the lads in the team house that we were at, we played with it, and we all got really good results. We all did. So something clearly was there, which was interesting. So after all the research that I did yesterday about intermittent fasting, which I found was really interesting, I was like, wow. And there was one particular report which really made my ears pin back, and I was like, wow, what's this? Say that again. It was a massive conference, having loads of people, speaker asks audience for questions, guy stands up, hey, I'm so-and-so from whatever CrossFit box it was from. And he said, for the last year, his guys had taken on board using intermittent fasting. And out of all the guys who were doing it, male and female, they had lost hundreds of pounds of fat and gained hundreds of pounds of muscle. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And they were all fit and they were all strong and their energy was through. CrossFitters, they do know how to train hard. You cannot take that away from them. They will push it to the wall and beyond. Fair play. Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for that, because it's hard. And, that's why, you see CrossFit games, you see guys hitting it in the boxes. They take a lot of stuff from military training, stick on plate carriers, stick on this. I even got told recently that now they're even getting, you know, simulated weapon systems, like, you know, training weapon systems into the gym to carry them and do various things. I was like, okay, because it's really trying to base it on, one, they've got a lot of respect for the hero wads, which is really, really cool. But they also know that what the tactical athletes do, the soldiers out there, how hard it is. It's hard. It is really hard. But we get conditioned to it in the military. You get conditioned to it as a contractor. You get conditioned to it as whatever. You know, and there's a number of times when in the UK you've had, let's say, the England rugby squad. The footballers can do it because they just can't do it. This is a bunch of Nancy's, and they go, "No, I'm going to hurt myself." I was like, "Shut up." But so I don't really have much time for footballers. Sorry, lads, don't. You all tend to fall over a lot and cry a lot and make a big deal out of nothing. So I've got a lot of time for rugby players because they're men's men. They get stuck in. Do you see them crying when they're pissing with blood because they've just had a really hard tackle? No, they don't. They actually walk over to the ref, give him respect, be respectful. Yes, sir. No, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I screwed up. And they get on with it. In football, what will happen is they will start screaming and shouting, and like a bunch of morons start having a go at the at the ref, and it's totally disrespectful. So I've got no time for that at all. Shit bust. Sorry, I don't. Not into it. The crap that I've seen going on in the last few years in football has totally put me off it. I'm just like, nah, sorry, not for me, not anymore. So, and I also think it's very sad how within the UK is that England can be very patriotic when football comes on. As soon as the football goes wrong, patriotism goes out the window, and I've seen people stamping on the flag, setting fire to it, and I was like, you are wrong. You are wrong. So if you are a football supporter and you go to a football match or to the pub and you're carrying the English flag and you are supporters, oh yeah, I believe in England, I believe in this, and when you get pissed out of your face, right? And a lot of people probably get really hacked off about this, but trust me, I'm really hacked off about this, and all the military guys, all the veterans are really hacked off about this. Is then you take the flag and then you throw it on the floor because you're having a paddy because of what's ever happened with your team. It's wrong, gentlemen and ladies, and any of you out there that are doing it. It's wrong. If you want to be patriotic, you support them to the bitter end. If they go bad, they go bad. You stay patriotic. You don't then throw the flag on the floor. So that I've seen that, and it's just so wrong. It is so wrong on so many levels, and it just shows total disrespect. Total disrespect. Total disrespect to me as a veteran. Total disrespect to all the other guys as a veteran. Total disrespect to HM forces. Total disrespect to the whole of the UK. Shit bust. It is. I'm sorry. It is. If you don't like it, go and have a think about it and go, actually, yeah, maybe he's right. So, yeah, I am right. But going back to what I was talking about, rugby players have gone along to parachute regiment. They've gone on on P Company. They've done P Company with the lads. They've got put through tests. And they're like, man, this is hard. And you're like, yeah, it is really hard. And you've got these young lads, young bucks, young studs, going through parachute regiment depot, smashing it. Again, rugby players, England squad, go down to Lympstone, got on the bottom field, got on the commando course, got put over Woodbury, got put over getting beasted on the bottom field. Man, this is hard. Yes, it is. British Army, T-farm units, hardcore functional training and tests, tactical athletes. Silence. Now, put on 22 pounder webbing, put on this, put on a weapon, put on all your assault kit, put on your boots, put on everything, and then go and do it as well. It's nails. It's nails. And until you've done it, you won't know. And then when you do it, you're like, holy Jesus. But this is also why you have, obviously, CrossFitters respecting this and knowing how hard it is by wearing body armor and by then simulating and buying simulated training weapon systems like the one that I've got, which is a weighted bar, basically, which is a very good bit of kit from alumni, I believe it is. I'll have to post it up again. Loads of people ask me. Really good bit of kit. So yeah, I take my hat off to, you know, all the boxers out there that will put on a plate carrier, will put on a weapon system. If you want to up the game, put on a set of webbing, put some more kit in it, you know, put on 22 pound of kit in your webbing and climb that rope, God knows how many times, and then do holds at different levels like they used to do down on those. Oh my God. I have very fond memories of being on the ropes down at Livingston on the bottom field with the PTIs screaming at us in the DS, climb the ropes, prepare to climb, climbing. Get to the top, right, hold, right, make sure you touch your eyelet, okay, King, touch your eyelet, and you're way up, come down, hold, keep holding, okay, come down, hold, down, hold, and you are blowing out, back up. And your arms are blowing out and it's hard. And then guys peel off and it's just an epic. But the guys are very good at doing rope climbing and doing rope regains. But it's another ball game when you've got on a plate carrier and webbing and weapon and everything else, and it's raining and it's wet and you've got your boots on and you've got your kit on, and you're hanging out because you've been beasted for 6 months. Oh, yeah, go and try it then. It's interesting. It's good, but it's achievable. It is achievable. It's just hard. So it is good to see that obviously they are adding this stuff into training because it's good. It's hard work. It's hard work, so it's good graft. As Jocko says, good. Good that it's hard because it kicks your ass and it pushes you forwards, and that's what you need to do. So yeah. Anyway, it's enough of me gobbing off, so I really want to get on my fitness. So yeah, stand by. I'm going to attack the bag now. I'm going to run up and down like a lunatic. I'm going to smash the bejesus out of that, smash the bejesus out myself. I'm going to go and get in the pool after this, probably going to have cold water shock, and then I'm going to swear a lot at one of the team members who has inspired me to do this. And then today I'm going to prep for getting ready for tomorrow, and then I'm going to start doing that fasting tomorrow. Breathe. Yeah, and I'm gonna wait for all the haters to contact me today saying, me. I was like, guess what? Block, delete. Great power, that. Bye, block, delete. Not interested. Not interested. Anyway, what people don't like is the truth. People don't like the truth. Suck it up, it's true. I've seen it over and over and over again. All the security guys have seen it over and over again. All of the police have seen it over and over again. All the veterans have seen it over and over again. All the serving guys have seen it over and over again. And it is depressing to watch it. It's sad. It's not cool. If you want to be patriotic, and you be patriotic, full stop. If it goes well, awesome, support. If it goes well and it goes bad, still patriotic, and you still support. As simple as that. You don't then just go, oh well, get rid of it now. That's not patriotism. That is you being a div. Yes, that's you being a div. So next time you pick up a flag, you carry it for the right reasons, and you carry it for good, and you still carry it if things go Pete Tong. And you still look after it and you still respect it. Or please just don't carry it. I earned the right to do that. I fought for that with my buddies. I fought for all my buddies. I still work with my buddies. We stay true to that. I stay true to the UK. I believe in the UK. So I'd quite like to see the UK believing in the UK. Yeah. And also, yeah, another thing right at the very end, thank you to various people from around the world yesterday saying thank you for your service. This is very kind of you. Again, something that a lot of people in the UK just don't do. Seems to be other countries seem to do it. But for the people who are in the UK who have done it, thank you very much, it's very kind of you. But for the others who have done it, then that is, again, it's much respected. Obviously, I stopped serving a number of years ago, but I still am doing things in different ways. So yeah, I still was running the gauntlet for a long time. I still am running the gauntlet. Anyway, I've had enough of this niff-naff. I need to go and kick my ass. Let's do this. Let's go crazy tempo on this. Got my gear on. I'm going to show you. Oh, I did something interesting yesterday, which will interest you. The lads were like taking a mickey out of me. They're like, why don't you just buy a pair of silkies? I was like, no, I don't want it. I want to create my own ones. So I 22 Smokin AceS. I've got these really good set of thighs. You can see these are my CrossFit shorts. And all I've done is I took the leg, put it up inside, and pinned it. So it's pinned in there, pinned in there. Not with a pin, I've sewed it. Yeah. So I think I've done a good job. Doesn't look like a nappy, thank God. It doesn't look like a nappy. But there you go. And why have I done this? Because I don't like it when they get down here around my legs and they get on my nerves. So I pin them up so I can have good mobility and they don't snag, because when they snag it really gets on my nerves. And I was like, oh, should I just cut them off? And I was like, no, because they just end up fraying and shit like that. So I was like, oh no, I'll pin them somehow. So I pinned one other pair. That worked quite well. So then I thought I'd pin these pair. So there you go. I've created my own shorts. I quite like it because they're quite the camouflage look. Yeah, there we go. Once again, MacGyvering it. Adapt, overcome, conquer and prevail. Right, let's go and do this.